What's up, Metal Summoners? It is so great to come flying right back at you guys. We really, really appreciate Changing Times, who we were just talking to, but we are going to keep it fast and hard and right in the present. We are really, really appreciative of all of the guests that we get to talk to. And Metal Summoners, this is a big part that you guys play by supporting the show, be supporting something that Angel and I are so passionate about, and something that we genuinely enjoy doing. And by tuning in and supporting this show, you're supporting the bands that we're privileged to talk to, and coming live from the future in Thursday here to the States on Wednesday. We are looking forward to talking right now with Magnus from Styren. Magnus, first and foremost, thank you so much, man. We really, really appreciate your courtesies, man. Welcome to the Metal Summit, and it is a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, as we're coming towards the end of 2025, talk a little bit about how 2025 was for Styren. How did you guys do? Like, congratulations, of course, are always in order with the music that you guys put out, but we definitely want to hear first and foremost about how this year was for you guys.
It has been crazy, absolutely crazy. We did our first show as a band in January, and some songs were played on the radio on various radio stations across the world, and got some attention, mostly from North America, and did a lot of shows. We're a bit worn out right now, actually. So we have a few weeks. We have 2 shows next week, and then we have a few weeks and doing a show at Christmas, and then we have a break over the Christmas holidays. And but we have been doing more shows than rehearsals this spring, summer, and autumn. So yeah. It's been great. It's been great. Plenty of shows and met a lot of people, and we went over to Finland for some shows. It's a country next door. It was very exciting and very nice. The Finns were very friendly and took good care of us. So that was a great experience.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And like I said, man, of course, congratulations are in order for Burning the Bridges being out. And how has everything been so far, with the reception of your album? How have you seen the reception to be? And of course, you and your band members have always got to feel great about putting out new music.
Yeah. The reception of the album, yeah. I would probably expect more people to listen to it, because it's but I don't know, if you just look at the Spotify streams. I think it could do better, because it's such a good album, I think, and the people who have heard it say it's a great album. It's one of the best in its genre, they say. So I would you just can't stare at those number at Spotify. There's other ways to spread your music, I think, and I don't have access to all the numbers and in all those different platforms. So I don't really know, but we get great response and reviews from our live shows and people who hear the music live. We're a live band for sure, and we are doing a great job in those live performances and stuff. So yeah, I think it's growing on to people. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy with it. It's um, at the end of the day, that's all that counts, really. Uh, I'm very happy with the album, so
Absolutely.
I can stand for it. Yeah.
100% for sure, my
Yeah.
friend. Definitely. Before I kick it over to Angel and let him take it away for a little while, talk a little bit about how the band came together and its formation.
Yeah. First of all, it was only me. It was like a solo project. I had no plan to form a band, but one of the songs I released some singles first, and just for fun, you know. I had a break from the music and being in a band for like 8 or 9 years. So my wife gave to me as a birthday present studio time. She gave me like a present to go to the local studio and just record some songs that I had been thinking about. So I did that and got some great attention from it and great reviews and uh, wrote some more songs. And one of the songs got some spins on the local radio here in Sweden and got great reviews and yeah, took off from there. And all of a sudden, Curtin Cole reached out and yeah, one of the songs went went to some Rock Rage Radio, I think. Uh, got to be played there, and Curtin Cole reached out, and we started to discuss. It's about a year ago now. So I signed to Curtin Cole Records before I had a band.
Oh,
So
right on.
yeah, at that time it was no. I went past the point of no return, so I just had to form a band, you know, because all around me people started asking questions when we're going to play live, when we're going to play live. So yeah, so it took off from there. So we had as you can say, yeah, some sort of a success, yeah, because we're doing a lot of shows in
Absolutely.
6 or 7 months.
For sure. Did what
Yeah.
considering it started as a solo project, because it's yourself, did
Mm.
you did your was it always, fitting for you to make it, your namesake as the title of the band as opposed to like forming an actual like band name, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was having a talk with some guys at Rock Rage and Rock Rage Radio and Curtin Cole and about this forming a band or going like a solo thing, like yeah, you know, like Ozzy Osbourne or something like that. So to name like the band, but they had a question about my family name and which is Styren in another pronunciation in Swedish, of course. But uh, I think it was Kevin at Rock Rage Radio who said that looks great in writing. You can go build a great logo out of that word, and he was asking questions about what does it mean and the last name. Is it some kind of Viking? Chef's name or something. And I say, yeah, sure. So just make yeah, we had a lot of fun with that talking about. But he said it looks great in writing, and also you could name the band after that because it was me starting off all of this. But so sure. My name started to get like established in some way. So at that time I couldn't back out of it. To rename the band at that time at that point would be stupid because yeah, the radio and magazines and stuff started to talk about it as a and 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 also it gives a lot of interest because people don't know, especially abroad, they don't know what it means I don't mean know what is that? What is that all about? What does it mean? Is that a is that a meal, a dish, or is it an animal, or what is it? So so it's yeah, yeah. It became a story. Also, it's you know the guy Don Dokken, right? Dokken,
Absolutely.
yeah. His name Dokken is a village in Norway. It's actually still there. That village.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a small village in Norway. His grandfather, I think, is from Norway. Uh, the old Mister Don Dokken, senior. Yeah, and that's same for me. Styren is a small village in Sweden. So a couple hundred years ago, when people moved out of the small village, some of them took their village name with them. Um, so you know the band Van Halen, of course.
Yeah.
Van means from. The Van in Van Halen means from Halen. You know,
Oh,
so
cool.
Halen is probably also a small village somewhere in the Netherlands or in the Western Europe.
Oh, that's
So it's,
awesome.
yeah, so the village of Styri, that's the village. It's no longer there. It's eaten up by Stockholm.
Oh,
So that village is no longer exist. And when people moved out from that village, spread all over Scandinavia, they some of them took the name from the village, from the village of Styren. So
oh
went
wow.
off from there.
For sure.
Yeah,
When you look at the music that you like to create and the style of what speaks to you and the message you like to put out in your music, I mean, Sweden has such an amazing history and reputation for just great, amazing rock and metal music. But when you look
yeah.
at yourself and how you want yourself to be thought of and looked at to differentiate from those other bands, is there anything in particular about your style and your writing that you really like to keep in the forefront?
Mm. Yes, I think we get somewhere in between. You know, there's bands from Gothenburg, especially in this area where we live. Melodic death metal, from came out from the 90s. That is not our style. I know I don't appreciate that style that very much. I never get that with death metal and black metal and stuff like that. It's not for me. Um, I know some of the guys in the band, they like and love that kind of music and used to play that sort of music in the past. And also we have bands like Hammerfall and Nestor and Europe and in the other end, in the other ring side, or I say that. So I uh, so we walk in the middle in some way. We are maybe closer to Candlemass and that sort of music than it's kind of heavy and with what I like to say normal vocals instead of growling and stuff. But because I'm a bit my lyrics are important to me. I wouldn't destroy that with singing in a growly way. If I want people to hear my words. That is kind of important to me. I,
Absolutely.
I'm goofy in that way.
No,
Yeah,
totally. And no, and I super understand that for sure because like I'm a clean vocals guy. I mean, I'm not a huge black metal guy, but there are certain bands that have
sure.
that just they grip me in that way, usually because like musically I can relate in some way. I'm a big fan of like Cradle of Filth. I'm a big fan of Venom. There's
Mm,
definitely black metal bands that I am a big fan of, but there was whether it was theatrically or musical writing that I was a big fan of, and that's what kind of drew me in. But just like you were saying, Magnus, like I tend to be a very big, like clean vocals kind of guy. So also
Yeah,
bands from Sweden as well, like Crash Diet and High Ride. I'm a big fan of those bands as well because of that,
yeah,
that clean vocal style. So when I was listening to, Burning the Bridges, I was like, there is so much about this writing that I can understand and relate to because it is that clean vocal style, which is always something
yeah,
I can appreciate
yeah.
for sure. Angel, my friend, let me kick it over to you for a bit.
Man, I mean, I can't thank you enough for your time. Being
Oh, no problem.
that is almost 4 a.m. there where you are.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely, just want to say congratulations on your nomination for most popular song. Um,
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
when you get a nomination like that, what does that mean to you? Just to kind of be recognized for your music at a level where it's at a award show per se.
I mean, it's a great honor and great satisfaction to be a nominee in that way, and somebody actually listened to the songs and took it to heart in some way. So it's my second nomination. Last year I was nominated in the UK for the best international male singer or something. Yeah, so I came in second place. So I got a big diploma and stuff like that. Yeah, so it was that was really great for me. Um, and this year for the best or the most popular songs in that radio show. Um, that is not settled yet, so it's an ongoing process for a couple of weeks. People get to vote and stuff, and they have shows every Sunday night, I think, and they play all the nominees, and people get to vote. So I don't mind if I came in 10th place, or it doesn't matter. Just being nominated. There's so many songs, 100,000 songs each day get released on Spotify. A hundred
Yeah,
thousand songs each day. So, so if I'm nominated among 50 other songs in one year, that's a great accomplishment. So I'm gonna use that and put it on labels and stickers all over the place. And it's a great song. I'm happy with it. So people like it as well. So yeah, why not?
so when it comes to 2026, what can fans expect? We know there's going to be touring, of course. Would there be any new music?
Yep. We are going to. I presented some ideas to the band. Some like. Some guitar riffs and melodies, and I have some ideas for a couple of new songs, and I know that some of the guys have their ideas as well. So we're gonna put those ideas together, and we said that for a couple of months now. We're gonna make time for just writing new material this winter, and not book any gigs or anything for a month or so, and just be writing new stuff. I have a song that is it's recorded and mixed and everything. It's done, but we haven't released it yet because we hadn't had time to finish it. But it will be, I guess, early in 2026, a new song that never made it to the album. So it was written during the year, and it's a great song. And also we have a single coming out I believe in January. It's a cover of Ozzy Osbourne, a tribute to Ozzy.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. I'm sure you heard that song, that duet he did with Lita Ford in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing a
Close My Eyes
version
Forever.
of. Sorry.
Close My Eyes Forever.
Yeah, yeah. We're doing a version of that. I called a friend and a girl in another band that I know. She's a brilliant singer, so she took the part with the Lita Ford, and it went out absolutely stunning. So it's going to be exciting. It will be released as a single in January. So yeah, it was supposed to be on a tribute album.
Oh,
Yeah, for Ozzy. So I got contacted by a guy on a radio show. Asked if he wanted to be a part of that tribute album for Ozzy, and of course, no doubt. So one of the guys in the band, one of the guitar players, he suggested we're gonna do that song, "Close My Eyes Forever," because it's such a emotional and great song, and maybe not the obvious Aussie song. So we
absolutely.
did a great version of that. So I'm very proud of that version. So it's going to be exciting to see how it lands.
I
Yeah,
think that's awesome. And Angel, I'm gonna kick it right back up to you. Agnes just got me thinking about a recent guest that we had. Is so we recently had our friend Trip on the show, who's in a band called The Fifth, and he's got a bunch of other bands that he's done like Gunshine. And we talked about it on the show, but I also had said this to him in person the last time I saw him when I was watching him with The Fifth. They did a cover of "Shot in the Dark" from
yeah,
Ozzy Osbourne, obviously, and I was so like just stoked about it because me personally, I'm a huge fan of the album "The Ultimate Sin." But what
yeah,
I actually told him and the band in person is I was like, "Thank you so much for doing an Ozzy song," and this was before Ozzy had passed. But
yeah,
I was like, "Thank you for doing a song that's not Crazy Train, that's
yeah,
not Bark at the Moon,
yeah,
that's not meant to be disrespectful in any way because those songs are legendary. But of course, a legendary song brings a lot of covers of it, and
yeah,
so I loved the fact that they were doing an Ozzy cover that was not only from my favorite album, that was just a bonus to me. But
yeah,
I love the fact that they were doing a song that wasn't like the norm. And so I think that's really cool, Magnus, hearing that from you, because I've gotten to see Lita Ford live quite a few times, as has Angel. He and I cover a festival every year called M3 down here in Maryland. That's the biggest like 80 that it's the biggest 80s festival in the country here in the States.
Oh wow.
That's like dedicated to the 80s. Like
Yeah,
there's huge festivals, of course, like Rocklahoma, Chicago Open Air, all that kind of stuff. But M3 is very specifically dedicated
mm.
to 80s rock. So consistently it's like, Queensryche and Quiet Riot and Striper and bands like that.
Oh,
But
I
Lita
like
Ford,
Striper.
oh yeah, as do
Yeah,
we. And
yeah,
and Lita's played there many times, and she always does Close My Eyes Forever for years. Her guitar player Patrick, who's been on the
yeah.
show as well, is an excellent vocalist. So they're able to do that duet very, very well. Hmm. And right back to Angel.
Yeah, because Close My Eyes Forever was not actually done at the tribute show
No,
that Ozzy did. Well, not the tribute show, but the last concert that he did.
yeah,
It's one of those songs that is still pretty underrated per se,
yeah,
uh, just because it's a Lita Ford song and not an Ozzy song. But
yeah. Maybe so, but I think I've seen Lita as well live, and she did a great job with that song, and also saw a clip of your Jeff Tate of the original singer of Queensryche doing a duet with Lita Ford and singing that song. It kind of blew my mind. So our version is more of that uh, with Jeff Tate. so I picked up a bit of his style of singing in my interpretation of the song. So it sounds more like Jeff singing in our version than Asa singing. Actually, I've been told. So yeah, if you're not heard it yet, the record company I've not shared it with you.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet, but I'm looking for. I'd love to hear it as soon as possible, and if I have to wait till January, I will. But I would love to hear that. I'd love to hear it because I love that song regardless.
Yeah, I'm gonna mail it over to you after this show, so you can have a listen and give me some feedback on it.
Absolutely, for sure. It's actually right on my wall over here. But the last time that Angel and I covered M3, Lita was there, and so a friend of mine and a friend of Angel's, a peer of ours named Ron. He's also a journalist, and so we kind of collab when it comes to M3. You know, Ron, will come in on interviews that Angel and I will do. We'll collaborate with him on interviews that he does. But he was picked up to interview Lita Ford, and I was able to finally get one of my vinyls that I had been like chasing her with to get signed because the interview went great. It was super duper rad, and then I'm standing there with my record, and she's like, "Oh, I got you." So that was super duper cool. So I have a little area in my little podcasting area with a signed Lita record on the wall there. So
wow, great. Yeah.
That's super duper cool. And I'm also a big Jeff Tate fan in general. I mean, I love Queensryche. When it comes to Jeff not being in the band, I do think they got the right guy. I think Todd is absolutely fantastic. He's amazing. I do fancy myself a Jeff Tate guy. I just really love what Jeff does. Another Rainy Night Without You is still my favorite Queensryche song overall. I just think he had an amazing songwriting skill for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Absolutely. When it comes to you writing, what are some of the things that you find are your biggest influences? Do you write when you're, do you write mostly at home? Do songs hit you when you're, driving or things like that? Like, how do you find your songwriting tends to hit you?
It could hit me at any time. It's like when I'm out driving, as you said, or I listen to the news on the radio, or watching some TV series or something, and people say something, and I just pick it up and get an idea for a story or a lyric or a theme or something, or if I'm experience something in my personal life, I get frustrated or irritated or mad or something or sad. It kind of influenced me or give me the fuel to write or get an idea for a song or theme or something. The album Burning the Bridges, the songs are connected. It's kind of a story, but the songs are not in order. It's not like reading a children's book or something, but they are all together and connected. It's kind of a concept album in some way, and I'm very from Queensryche.
Bear with us for just a second there, Metal Summoners. We might have had a small freeze real quick. So give us just a second to make sure that everything's going good. But on that note there, Metal Summoners, we really, really appreciate you guys. We're still going to keep rocking out for a little while longer, but we do also want to let you guys know that we do want to be very, very respectful of Magnus's time because it is very early in the morning in Sweden. So while we figure out our little technical situation here, hang tight because we're going to still rock out with him for a little while longer, but just be aware that we're going to run last call when it becomes appropriate to definitely be respectful of Magnus's evening. So we're going to figure out our little technical glitch here that's going on real quick, but just wanted to take that second to get you taken care of. Hang tight. Looks like we lost Magnus for a moment, but no worries. That's the great thing about StreamYard is we'll be able to bring him back in shortly. But Angel, let's touch base for a little bit with ourselves here, man. So you and I do M3 every year, so I'm kind of piggybacking off of the conversation that we just had with him. When you look at something like M3, which is actually, as far as announcements go, probably coming up again very soon, what would you like to see M3 for 2026?
I would love. I mean, I'm being selfish when I say this. I want to see us host. Fucking.
Oh, dude, you and me both.
I mean, host like a pre-party or whatever. I definitely would like them to kind of throw in some of the newer up and coming bands. I mean, you cannot top what you did last year with having somebody that hasn't performed in 5 or 6 years. Come on.
I mean,
people
can say what they want about. People can say what they want to say about David, and it's understandable. Were there parts of the show that weren't the same as before? Of course, but all of us are different. Oh, but I am definitely agree with you on that. Hey, Magnus, we got you, brother.
Hello. I don't know what happened. I just I could hear you and see you at all time. I just went black.
Oh no, it's totally cool, sir. We totally understand. I was just like, yeah, we saw on our end that some kind of freeze had happened, so I was just trying to let the fans know, like, hey, on our end, this situation is going on. We can still possibly be heard, but just kind of trying to like signal when it comes to that for sure.
Yeah.
but no worries, my friend. Absolutely.
It's kind of amazing. It's the other. I'm on the other side of the planet, and we're talking live. I mean, it's amazing if you think of it. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Angel, please, my friend.
I just say like it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're up with
us.
Yeah.
No, I've been having so much just genuine like appreciation and enjoyment of this episode because not only have you been so cordial, your music is awesome. And I know to the fans that are watching, that's like, well, that's an easy thing to say because you're interviewing him. True. But that doesn't change the fact that like I genuinely enjoy the music that you put out, Magnus. It's really, really cool. And it's so intricate. But at the same time, like it is amazing to think that Angel and I are talking to you on a Thursday while it's Wednesday for us.
Yeah. Welcome to the future.
Exactly. Angel and I did an interview with a band a couple of years ago from Australia. So it was 9 o'clock at night for us, but it was like noon for them. So it was like, man, it's like not just in the next day for them. It's like the afternoon of the next day for them. So like that was super duper cool for sure.
Yeah.
Magnus, when it comes to like touring and playing out for yourself, and of course the musicians that you play with traveling overseas, of course, can be very difficult regardless. But do you have plans or interest in coming to the States, or is performing in Europe and closer to home for you just currently more feasible for you?
We would love to do shows all over. The big question is of course who's paying for it.
Of course.
The US dollar is quite expensive for us. So traveling costs to the US is crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and we have to like pay a quite costly fee to apply for the visa for going to the US, and there's tariffs and taxes and stuff all over. So I don't know if it's doable at this point, but we'd love to do that. Get ourselves over there because I get a lot of attention from Canada and US and Mexico and Colombia and Argentina and stuff. So we would love come over to your side of the pond. Yeah,
No,
and there is some great festivals over there that we would love to play. Also in Canada, we have a invitation to do a festival in Canada as well, but we won't get paid, but we maybe our we will be taken care of if we just get there. But
sure.
the tickets and the visa and everything is very expensive. So yeah,
Yeah.
who's paying? I can't pay. I can't afford that to pay.
Oh no, of
It-
course. There's
no,
I don't know if you're familiar with a lot of those like metal cruises that happen, but
yeah,
there's a cruise called 70,000 tons of metal that I think you guys would do very well on. And again, it depends on, the bookers and how you guys would be getting taken care of to bring you over for that. So
yeah,
that's always something that's, of course, incredibly valuable and an important conversation that has to happen regardless.
yeah, yes,
But that's definitely something that I think you guys would definitely do very well on. Being that it's one of the bigger for European festivals that I'm definitely familiar with. Have you ever played Sweden Rock?
no, not yet. We we I can't say too much about that actually, but
Oh, okay,
maybe
no problem.
that we have we've done some smaller festivals in Sweden, and we are talking to some of the festivals according about next year. Many festivals in Sweden, they are already booked up already in the summer of 2026. But we have some discussions going on about festivals in Sweden for next year. And about Sweden Rock, I've been there many times as a guest, as a visitor, but I never played there. No, but that is one of the goals for the future, to come and play Sweden Rock. And also there is more festivals going on in Europe that is very cool, and with some great names on the bill, and hopefully we will be in, yeah, for some of them, or yeah, we're working on it. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, absolutely, for sure. Angel,
yeah.
my man, let's kick it back up to you.
And I mean, one of the coolest thing about Europe is the festivals. I mean, a lot of us in the U.S. are actually jealous because we're like, wow, they got so many awesome festivals over there. So definitely hoping that you guys get on those festivals coming up in the summertime.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hopefully we will get a some bookings next year. We're working on it, and we're hoping for it. But there also there is quite strange, because they tend to book a few large names like Iron Maiden and stuff like that, huge names, and then they have a bunch of obscure bands, death metal kind of thing, and I don't know how they think about that, the promoters and the bookers, but it looks strange to me uh, in some ways, the bookings they do. Yeah, there's festivals in Sweden that only do like death metal. There's a 12, 14 death metal bands in row. It all sounds the same to me at least. So yeah, okay,
Oh no,
another
100.
hour. Yeah, so
100%. No, and
yeah,
it's funny, Magnus, because like you're not wrong in any way, because when it comes to that style, like I've said, that's the way that I kind of hear it. There's just, like I said, you're always going to have stylistic bands in different genres that speak to you. But I think it's funny, but it's true, because like when I can't fully hear you, it's a little tough. It's definitely tough to connect. So
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely get it for that, man.
I mean, they can sing from the menu from the restaurant next door. I don't know. I don't know what I'm singing about. Are they singing from the phone book or what? What's the message here?
Oh,
I don't know. I
that's
don't know.
amazing.
What do you want to say, man? 1,000 people listen to you. What do you want to say? You want to sing from the menu or want to sing from the phone book or what? I don't get it. I don't really get it. No, but they're great musicians, many of them, and they do some cool stuff, and they yeah, cool. I would like it more like it some more dynamics to it and
True.
a theme or something. Yeah, a hook. Give me a hook.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right with you, Angel.
No, you're no. I mean, you're not wrong about that. I'm just like, okay, so you just have one band in that set instead of 12 because they kind of sound the same in a way.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, for sure. Magnus, when it comes to upcoming shows, one of the things we definitely wanted to talk to you about is you've got a show at the Abyss coming up in just a few days.
Yes, we're doing a show in a week. Yeah, on the Abyss. It's a quite cool rock and roll, hard rock, heavy metal club in the center of the old town in Gothenburg. It's a great place to do, and look forward to it. It's a 3 bands that are going on together. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Absolutely.
There's some I see in the chat people are saying giving me questions here.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And Angel, let's kick it over to you, man. It definitely looks like Brian has some questions for Magnus.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's talking about some salmon or what?
Brian is one of our biggest supporters. He watches
Yeah.
every episode and he loves
Hi,
to
Brian.
get in the band.
Yeah.
You about women?
Sorry, Angel, you're cracking up there.
Oh, that's all right. Well, we lost him. We'll get Angel right back on. One of the things that Brian was saying is that Europe has incredible festivals. It's fading in the US, but the US has some really cool scenes as well. One of the things that Brian wanted to say, just because he loves to get involved with the band, he's like, an unexpected question, but he wants to know, is there anything he should know about Swedish women if he wanted to get to know one?
Oh, that's a lot. Where do I start? Yeah. Oh, I could write a book about that. Oh.
Brian, you better be listening, brother.
Yeah. Ask Brian to contact me personally. I give him some advice, under the radar, because I don't know what I can say in live TV, Yeah.
No, absolutely, my friend,
Yeah.
for sure. When it comes to performing for yourself, do you fancy yourself like a club person, or do you like the festival scene or bigger venues? Do you have any particular crowd size that you fancy over another based on being able to get like really involved with the crowd for when you're playing?
I love doing both, actually. We haven't done so many big venues yet. I have in the past, but um, I kind of like the intimacy you can get in a pub or in a small club. You can have a great show with like 50 or 60 people in the audience, and if they are all involved, that could be absolutely amazing to do that. And you don't need like 5 or 6 or 700 people to get to accomplish a great show. We did a festival in September. It's called Fortress of Rock, and there were like a couple of hundred people there, and it was great. And it felt like the audience was there and participating in the show, and it was great. But a couple of weeks ago, we did a show at a small venue in a small town, a couple of hours away. It was like maybe 70 people, and it was great because they were all like focused on what we were doing, and also I saw some women in the front. They were singing along. They had listened to the songs before and knew some of the songs, and some of them was singing, and that was great, absolutely great. So it was very satisfying to do that show. And
Oh, nice.
I love performing live, and especially when I can connect with the audience and they are on board, so to speak. Yeah,
Absolutely.
So, yeah. And in the past, I've done some acoustic shows as well, and with this really small and intimate group of people, and I love that too.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
For any fans that are trying to kind of get involved with Styren now, even somebody like myself and Angel who love to support the guests that we have, is there any way? Of course, your music is available, for example, on like iTunes and streaming services. But when it comes to like physical merch, are you able to get anything? Like, for example, Angel and I, of course, are in the States. If we wanted to get like a Styren T-shirt, is there a place we can go to get that done, either through yourself or through Curtain Call, or do we have to come to a show live? Because we do see that you are promoting yourself here.
Yeah. I already sent some CDs and T-shirts to the States. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, and I keep them in a low price because the packing and shipping is quite expensive. So if you guys in the US want to buy a CD or a T-shirt, I can totally arrange that. Just pick me up on Messenger or Instagram or whatever. We
Sure.
are available for that. So I've already sent some T-shirts and CDs to the US and Canada as well. So yeah, it seemed to work.
Absolutely, for sure. Angel, what do you think of that, my friend? Do you think that you and I need to rock some Styren shirts? Do I need to get in touch with Magnus?
Oh, yeah, we do. And you know what? For dating advice, I think Bryce should buy 10 shirts. I'm just saying, that's all. How much is dating worth to you, Brian? 10 T-shirts? That's pretty fair. For you,
Yep.
you get one for you. Thanksgiving coming up. You could get one for the whole family. Have the whole family have Thanksgiving dinner with Styren shirts.
There you go. I think
Why
that's
not?
I think that's a good way for Brian to be able to communicate with Magnus. I think here, in exchange for Swedish women dating advice, he gets Styren merchandise.
Sure.
Kids have a bunch of kids and get them all a shirt.
No.
Yeah. Sure.
Absolutely.
My kids, they have. I have two daughters. They are 5 and 8, and they have their own merch T-shirts, and they wear them to school, and I'm very proud of them. And my dad is a rock star.
That's awesome.
So
We definitely love that, Magnus, for sure. Angel, I'm going to kick it back up to you for a little bit, my friend. But on that same note, Metal Summoners, Brian, you rock as always. Brother Lisa, thank you so much for tuning in with us. It is going to be last call for alcohol, though. We really appreciate Magnus's time. He's been an absolute gem for giving us so much of the wee early morning hours to rock out with us. But it is going to be last call for alcohol because we do want to be respectful of his time, but we are going to kick it with him for a little bit longer. But just keep that in mind for any final questions, comments, anything that you want to ask Magnus directly. Pop it into the comments so myself or Angel see it. We can definitely get your question answered. But just keep that in mind that we're getting to about that time in the show. Angel, it's all you, my friend.
About that time, man. It's 4:30 in
I
Sweden.
know.
No problem. Keep it coming.
Ooh.
I'm already up, so let's let's spin this wheel.
Hey, sounds good. Let's go.
There is a question here from Brian. Being from Sweden, please apologize for ABBA. No, I won't. I love ABBA. I grew up with ABBA. ABBA is great. It's great songwriting, and you can say anything about that genre, but the songwriting those guys did back then and still doing, it's amazing. They have you can play an ABBA song in a heavy metal way, and it's gonna sound absolutely great for sure. Trust me, I've done it, so it works. Just put on some gritty guitars and some more aggressive vocal style, and you have a great heavy metal song. You can pick any ABBA song and do a heavy metal version of it easily. Yeah. So I will never apologize for ABBA. Never. Oh. What's the thing you love most about Swedish well, love most about Swedish metal. I grew up with Europe, and I loved Europe, and they influenced me a lot. I was like 12, 13 years when the Final Countdown album took off, and I've always been influenced with that songwriting style, and that I think Joey is a great performer, and I've seen them live many times. So there's some great bands in Sweden for sure, great musicians and singers as well. There's some great tradition about Swedish metal and rock music for sure, which I'm very proud of. Yeah. But he was asking something more about that. What I don't like, well, I'm not a fan of that melodic or non-melodic death metal. I don't get it. That I know some of those guys in those bands. I have played with them, some of them in those in that style in the 90s, but I don't it doesn't amuse me at all. So yeah, I can if you're going to ask something about the scene in Sweden, I sometimes it get a bit it could be more it could be more like a friendly community than it is. I think it's a bit elitistic or something sometimes, and also a bit pretentious sometimes. We could help each other out more than we do in the community. I can tell you that much. So yeah, I'm working on it to be nice to everyone and help whenever I can to spread the good vibe. Yeah, you don't have to be all the time. You can be a nice guy too. Yeah. Angel, I can hear you. Say again.
I'll say it sounds like a dog barking.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting question. Long daylight hours and long dark hours. Yeah, it's in Sweden when it's summertime. It's light, very long time. You know, the sun comes up early and goes down late. So and in the winter it's the opposite. Especially in the north, it can be dark. Yeah. If it affects my songwriting, no, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. maybe it affects me as a person for sure. The lack of light this season. It's dark when I go to my work, and it's dark when I get home in the afternoon. So it's dark outside most of the time. It feels like, yeah. So it affects me as a person. I get more tired and get more introvert in some way, and don't socialize that much in the winter. But in the spring, we Swedes like kind of bloom and socialize more in the spring. Yeah, in the winter we like a grizzly bear, we go into our den and we're covering ourselves some way. Yeah, so that's that.
Yeah, we'll kick it right back up.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
When it came to getting involved in music, Magnus, what was your influences? Like, what got you into playing guitar, vocals, but what was it just overall about music that wanted you to pursue it full time?
I have that so fresh in my memory when I first heard the album Number of the Beast with Iron Maiden. I was like 9 or 10 years old or something, and I sold magazines as a kid to afford to buy more albums. So the second one I bought was Holy Diver by Dio.
Oh,
So
nice.
after that I was stuck in this kind of music, and it took off from there. And I went to see concert when I grew of age to do that. Saw Iron Maiden and Wasp and Saxon and Judas Priest and all those great bands. So it inspired me a lot to be in a band, and I tried to be a drummer at first, but I wasn't very good at it. And one of the guys said, "You're such a crazy guy and extrovert, loud man. Do the vocals instead." So I did that, and took off from there. So I've been doing the lead vocals in different bands and shows and stuff
Oh yeah, no,
for many years now. Yeah,
Mhm.
and when it comes to guitar playing, I'm not a very good guitar player. I'm kind of lousy guitar player actually, but I just write songs with an acoustic guitar, or maybe plug it in sometimes and I show it to someone else who can play guitar better. Uh,
Gotcha.
because my singing style, it takes everything from me. I have to, every part of my body have to be um, participating in that vocal style I have. But I can't play anything at the same time doing that vocal style. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you had mentioned Number of the Beast, of course, with Bruce for Iron Maiden, and it actually
yeah,
wasn't that long ago that we lost Paul from Iron Maiden.
yeah,
And he had, of course, spent a lot of time, most of the time, of course, really staying overseas, staying in Europe. He only really came to the States sporadically. But did you ever get the opportunity to meet anybody from Iron Maiden or Paul in particular, since we lost him recently?
uh, I've seen Paul a couple of times doing live shows in Sweden. It was great. It was sad to see him though. He was in a wheelchair, and
Oh,
it wasn't that healthy in the end. And but he was a cool guy and very very humble guy. I never get to talk to him, but I've talked to Blaze once. He's also a very, Blaze Bailey, who did that X Factor thing. Yeah, he's a really nice, humble guy. He's coming to town in March, I believe. I'm going to
oh,
see
nice.
him. Yeah, he's going to play the Abyss, the same venue that we are doing.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
yeah, not at the same time. We would love to open for Blaze, but maybe we will at some point. He's doing great career of his own. I
Yeah.
think Blake is Blake he's great. He's great live performance, and is very unique way of singing, and doing some great songs. I don't think he was the right fit for Maiden at that point, but I think he is a great guy and a great performer. So
Absolutely.
I salute his career. I think he's great.
Definitely. I mean, I think the stuff that he was doing with Wolfsbane is fantastic. I enjoyed
Yeah.
his stuff with Iron Maiden, but I definitely agree with you on that one for sure. I've seen him perform solo actually a couple of times because I've seen him perform solo as Blaze Bailey, but
Yeah.
he also did a short tour a few years back that I thought was very cool. It was called like the Trinity Tour, and it was him, Jeff Tate, and Ripper Owen from Judas Priest, and
Wow.
they all did a joint tour together where like it would be a short set for Blaze, a short set for Jeff, a short set for Tim, but then they would each come out at times and do songs together as well, which I thought was so cool.
Yeah. That never get that tour never got to Sweden. I
Yeah,
believe
I
I would
think
have.
I think it was a short, kind of like a short swing, like American tour. I think they
Yeah.
did. I don't think they fully had like aspirations to like really go overly global with it. I think it was just kind of
Mm.
this like short little US swing that they were doing.
Yeah.
But no, absolutely. Do you because we had talked about Jeff Tate, we just talked about Blaze Bailey. And when it comes to Tim, but also just Judas Priest in general, are you a Judas Priest person?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I
Nice.
love Judas Priest. I do. And Rob Halford influenced me a lot. Of course, I get to hear sometimes in reviews and people who listen to me as a singer. They say that I sound like a mix between Jeff Tate, Bruce Dickinson, and Rob Halford, all melted and molded into one. So that's a great compliment for me because those three maybe are and also Ronnie Dio, of course, a huge inspiration for me. So yeah, Judas Priest for sure. Yeah, I've listened to them for years and went to several of their concerts and shows. So also, I love what Rob did in this solo project for a decade or so. When he went solo, I love that thing he did with Fight and also under his own banner, Halford. Those albums are great, and I went to see that show when he played this solo show. I think
Yeah.
it was great. Yeah, great. And also Bruce Dickinson's solo career. I love that those
Yeah.
albums and his show. When he came to town, he was going back doing smaller venues and doing really intimate shows, Bruce, and reading from a book and talking to people. It wasn't that big gesture; it was more intimate. So I love that. I think that was great.
Absolutely. For
Yeah.
sure. Brian just posted a comment here that a friend of his actually did sound for Blaze a few years back, and that he still keeps in touch with Blaze. So I think that's very cool as well.
Yeah. Blaze is so nice. He's so nice. He's so polite and humble, and take time with fans and talk and stuff. So he's a great guy. Great guy.
Absolutely, for sure. And Magnus, of course, we want to be very respectful of your time. We
Oh, no
appreciate
problem. No
you
problem.
hanging out with us for sure. No, absolutely, and we definitely want to make sure that we set up a follow up as well to rock out with you a little bit longer. But before we let you go, since we have you for a little bit longer as well, one of the things we definitely want to touch base on is like when it comes to you, of course, performing out with the show that you have for the Abyss. What are some of your genuine goals that you would like to see, Styren do for the leading into next year in particular? Do you have any particular goals, of course, that you would love to be able to accomplish when it comes to getting your music out there more?
Yes, we will continue doing live shows. That's what we live for, and hopefully we will. We have some discussions going on with doing be an opening act for a bigger band in Sweden. Quite quite big act. So hopefully that will happen. And also, I've been talking to some guys in the UK, going over to UK and do some shows over there. So hopefully that will happen too. And some festivals in Sweden. Yeah, yeah. We just keep running forward, and we don't stop. We just keep it up, and maybe do some more shows. And we have a cool show in a couple of no, it's soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, right after we're doing the Abyss, we are going to play on a cruise ship here in Sweden. It's a ship that's going between Sweden and Denmark, so it's like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we're doing a show on the way over to Denmark, and then we are doing a show from Denmark to Sweden. So 2 shows in one day. So it will be like an 8 hour cruise or something with that ship.
Oh,
We're
very
doing that. Yeah.
when
And we're doing a Christmas show, not on the theme with Christmas, but close to Christmas. Just a few days before Christmas, we're doing a show with 2 other bands, um, going to travel an hour or something to another town, small town. It's a great place called Backstage Rock Bar. It's a great place, which they have some huge names sometimes in that rock and roll club. Jeff Tate was there a couple of years ago, did with a solo project, and yeah, Freedom Call is coming soon, I guess, to that show. So it's a great place to play. Yeah, a great audience there, and always packed. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
absolutely. And you had talked earlier in the interview about consistently writing, and that song and ideas can come to you at any time. When it
Yeah.
comes to your next planned record, whether it be a full length or an EP, do you have a planned idea for when you'd like to put out a new Styren record, or or is it a little bit when the right time and all the music is done?
I don't know. There's things we are discussing within the band. We're a band now, and we must have like a democracy. So we must talk about those stuff. And but we will maybe put out songs when it's done. We maybe we do 2 or 3 songs, and we have a discussion with Curtain Call Records if we put them out as an EP or one by one. I don't know that yet, but we are going to put out new music in early 2026 for sure. It's gonna happen. Yeah,
Very, very cool for sure.
yeah.
Angel, let me kick it up to you, my friend, as we go through some final spins.
Oh man, just this has been awesome. Just because we love supporting bands everywhere, especially over in Europe, where the metal scene is still rocking. With the
So
festivals.
vibrant.
So we ourselves definitely want to head over there too.
Yeah.
I mean, I love winters, so maybe next winter.
You love winter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a winter person.
You're winter. Have you been to Sweden and experienced the Swedish winter?
Never have.
That's gonna change your mind for sure. You're not gonna like winter anymore. Yeah, it's when people from other countries come to Sweden. Oh, in the summertime, it's great in Sweden and Norway and Denmark. It's absolutely stunning. The summers here with all the lights and the unspoiled nature and the environment is great in Sweden. A lot of water and islands and rivers and stuff. So it's beautiful, and tourists come here. Oh, this is great. Sweden is absolutely stunning, and Norway and Denmark and stuff. And they travel around and say, "Oh, this is wonderful. How is it in winter time?" They asked us, and we said, "We don't talk about that." Don't mention the winter, you know. It's like when you meet, it's like that Monty Python sketch, you know, when they meet the German people. Don't mention the war. Don't mention the war. If you remember, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that, you know. Don't speak about the Swedish winter with Swedes. No, don't do that.
What do Angel and I have to eat if we come to Sweden?
Ah, uh, hmm. I don't know. Sweden is so influenced by other cuisines, European cuisines. So you can get anything here in Sweden. We have anything, or like Asian or Indian or Middle East or Italian, French or whatever. There's everything here, and um we kind of pick that up and do our own twist of it. I think it's hard to say what Swedish cuisine is. I don't know, because we are so influenced. We do a lot of Italian and French stuff, you know, like the pasta and stuff. And but I would say the typical Swedish cuisine is yeah, we are good at fish, you know.
All right.
Don't eat that rotten fish, surströmming shit. You know, when open a can and people throw up. Don't eat that. I tried it. Trust me, it's not good for you. Don't go there. But the other smoked salmon, for instance, is great in Sweden, or stuff like that. We have on the west coast here in Sweden. We have great tradition of the fishing industry, and there's a plenty of seafood restaurants here in Gothenburg, and so I would suggest to try that at first. Yeah, if you like that stuff. I don't know.
Hey, absolutely. No, we're Angel and I are definitely down for travel. We definitely love to put some sea legs under this show as well, but also just come out to support in general. And Magnus, we really do truly appreciate your time this evening, and we would love to, keep in touch and, of course, have you back on. And before Angel and I officially let you go, please let all of the fans know, like, where Styren can be found, from your music to any merch that you're able to have, or just where they can keep up with shows that you're playing.
Sure, we are easy to get hold of, and we respond. People sometimes reach out to us on social media, and we talk to people, and we are not hard to get hold of in that way. So please reach out to us in Instagram or Facebook, or we don't have an official website. We are only work on the socials, and so just search for Styren on the Instagram or Facebook, and we will be there, and send a message. We will answer. Um, we are on Spotify and iTunes and other streaming platforms. We have some videos as well on YouTube, and more to come. So just search for it. It's a quite unusual name even in Sweden, you know. So it's easy to find. It's not like Johnson or something, you know. Yeah, just search, and we will be there. And if you want to have this T-shirt, you can message me on Messenger, and then I will get this for you. And we have CD if you want to buy that. I can sign it as well with a
Yeah,
golden pen. Yeah, sure, no problem.
sounds good. Angel,
And we post continuously shows, upcoming shows on our social medias and stuff. And yeah, if you want to book us for a venue or a show or a festival, please do that. We are open for discussion. So we are playing in every bush. If you have a socket, we can plug in. You know, if there's a
absolutely.
socket and electric, we can plug in. We will come. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Sounds like
Yeah,
all the reason for anybody to get in touch with you, to absolutely keep the music flowing and everything in between. Magnus, thank you so much, my friend. We really, really appreciate your time this evening. We can't wait to have you back. Thank you so much to Curtain Call Records as well for allowing us this opportunity. We definitely look forward to having you back. It's been an absolute pleasure. Metal Summoners, thank you guys so much. Styren fans, thank you guys so much, of course. Please make sure that you're following Styren and Magnus on all of their socials to know when they're playing shows. I know everything's going to be dominantly Europe for now, but keep in mind that the right call, the right wallet, the right ability to get them over to the States is definitely a possibility. So we definitely look forward to having Magnus and the band over in the States whenever they're able to make that happen. That would be absolutely wonderful. And of course, when it comes to the Metal Summit, make sure that you guys are following us on YouTube and Facebook in particular, because that is where the interviews go live. That is where you're watching myself, Angel, and Magnus have this conversation right now. And then when it comes to knowing what we've got going on, please make sure that you're following us on Instagram, because all of our guest announcements come out there first and then filter down to our other socials. When it comes to Angel, you can follow him at Angel Alamo 78 on Instagram. He can also be found on Facebook. Magnus and Styren, of course, can be found on Facebook, as well as all of their other, social media pages for everything that they've got going on. And when it comes to myself, you can find me on Instagram at salem.vampire, and I can also be found under that name as well on Facebook, as well as our man behind the scenes and Psycho Steve. Can be found on Instagram at The Real Psycho Steve, and he can also be found on his website at psychostevepresents.com. But when it comes to myself and Angel, again, we want to thank you, Magnus, so much for giving us some of your time this evening. It's been an amazing conversation, been over an hour, and we really, really appreciate all of your courtesies. Reach out to us anytime for anything that myself or Angel can do to help the band in any way. And our biggest thing is always that you enjoyed yourself, felt respected, liked your questions, and overall just felt that in any way, shape, or form your interview this evening can benefit the band.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been my pleasure, and I love doing this and talk to you guys. And I found great amusement in these questions. And I'm sorry, Brian, I couldn't keep up and answer all of those questions, but reach out to me, and I will help you with that woman thing. There's one thing I could say in public about Swedish women, and that is, don't assume anything.
There you go. Angel. That sounds like an Angel moniker a little bit there too, sir.
Yeah. And what's up with that Psycho Steve? what's his name?
Oh no, so that's our other co-host, Steve Prestup. He goes by the professional name Psycho Steve when it comes to his like journalism career. He's known Gene Simmons and Kiss for many, many years, and they're actually the ones who gave him that name. So he just kind of goes with that professionally. But he handles a lot of other stuff, like, does booking and guest, and guest, bookings for us. But he's been concentrating a lot on his family lately, getting married and all that kind of stuff. So he works a little bit behind the scenes, where Angel and I are a little bit more in like the front.
Okay.
But
cool
Magnus,
name, though.
Oh, no, absolutely. But Magnus, thank you so much, my friend. We look forward to talking to you again soon and then having you back on. It's been an absolute pleasure, and you have yourself a great rest of your evening.
Yeah, it's morning now. I'm getting ready to get to my day job.
No, absolutely. A great rest of your morning, Metal Summoners. A great rest of your guys' evening. Be good to yourselves. Thank you so much for supporting Magnus and Styren and everything going on. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Angel and I are so appreciative of everything that you guys have given us. We will have our guest announcement for next week's episode getting finalized and put out over the weekend, and we will see you guys in a week. Take care. Be good to each other. Keep listening to metal and keep rocking out. We'll see you guys. Be good. Take care. As always, you've been watching the Metal Summit.